So sweet peas that were sodium free or low sodium. That was like 50 milligrams of sodium, which I think is naturally occurring in the peas. Thank you. He is flinging the ball around, trying to get everything out of it. He's all the way on the other side of the room now. Yes, he has been flinging that on the bed. He yeeted it off the bed. I had to pick it up and put it back on. It's the perfect thing for him to play with on the bed. And it'll be good for in the car. So I ended up, instead of putting the hamburger on the scratch board, I broke it up really small and put it in the treat ball. So he's eating it now. That's why he's really frustratedly rolling that thing around. He's trying to get every last bit of hamburger before he eats anything else that was in there. This is it. This is the last night here. I can't. They have a limit in Florida of 14 days at most motels. So this is 14. Actually, I think this is 15, but they let me stay an extra day. So, yeah. I thought so too, and I went in this morning to get a late checkout, and the front desk manager, the hotel manager, took one look at me and said, "You need another day." I said, "Excuse me?" She says, "You look stressed out." And I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't sleep well." Somebody was outside my door yelling at 4:30 in the morning. She says, "Yeah, we had some people check out in the middle of the night." I said, "Yeah, I know, with kids." So, yeah. So needless to say, I didn't sleep as well as I expected. Exactly, Dixie. That's how he's feeling about. He's now going around and eating all the other stuff that was in it. But my car. Tomorrow's going to be the car. Hi, yes. You're adorable. You got all the hamburger. There's none left. No, there's none left. You've made a hello. You made a mess on the floor. Yeah, I have a safe place to park. Sadly, there's no bathroom directly next to where I park. This is the thank you for the hamburger. He is loving his mama. Heimdall's a little boy. You enjoyed it, huh? Okay. I love you too, little boy. Could we stop now? Are we good? He says, "I'm not done yet, Mom." All right, I'm getting soggy. Yes, and that's why it's kind of raggedy. He lets me cut to a certain point and then he goes, "No!" I am going to bring the shaver with me when I take him to the vet, though, because it's the one place that I can kind of control the situation a bit, and I can get a little more done, at least on the this part of the paws. Okay, enough. I've had enough. All right, down. Thank you. I left my. Oh, I left my. I've got water down here. Anyway. Yeah, between the pads, exactly. Between his toes, the excess fur that's under here. I remember what the other thing was I got. It was the Better Good olives, just the plain olives, and I cut a bunch of them up and put them in with the beef and the ramen. Yeah, that's it. I have one of those slings to hang them in, but I don't have a table to with the arm to do that. So we make do, and he lets me cut so much, and then he says, "Nope, I'm done." The legs are usually the last thing that gets trimmed. DJ Lefty, I like that. No, no, seriously, no. No, no. All right. Pushy. Well, come on. Pushy, pushy, pushy. Okay, that just sounds disgusting. Well, there's another one to go the way of the dodo bird. Nobody's love. Intentionally. Not interested. Oh. No. Bye-bye. Block party. Party of one moronic man. Yeah, I don't love any man. I'm so over men. He's a toy poodle. He's the smaller, not a teacup size, which technically teacup is not recognized in the poodle breed, but stop. I've had enough. I'm soggy. So now he's going to lick my ankles. Ah! Not the bottom of the foot. He just went for a big swipe right up the arch of my foot on the bottom. Oh, yes, he loves me. Yes, he does. I could have showered 10 minutes ago and he will still do that. I was talking to the dog because he licked the bottom of my foot. I don't like my feet touched, period. Just don't. I don't like wearing shoes. I don't like socks because that seam digs underneath my toenails. Just drives me crazy. It just, ugh. I've had people, oh, let me massage your. No, get away. Leave my feet alone. I don't like them because of the seam for the toes, and I don't like them because they squeeze my legs too much. Yeah, I have one pair of slippers I like really well, and then these the Posses, Possee, I think it is Possee. Anyway, they're relatively comfortable. No, that doesn't help. The socks inside out doesn't help for me. It's still too tight on the leg. So I liked Crocs right up until I liked Crocs right up until and needed it right off the bed again. Now what are you going to do? And I get all 4 bars on my phone signal, and they collide with each other. Yay, David! I turned off the Wi-Fi. That'll make it not freeze as much. You would think that with the Wi-Fi it would be fabuloso, but no, because their Wi-Fi here is, it says 4 bars, but it's spotty. Anyhow. Of course, you got a lot of other people probably using the Wi-Fi, so even at this hour. You know what? Those olives with the orange and lemon peel are good, but just the plain, was the Castelvetrano olives, yum. It stormed here in the middle of the afternoon, so you're probably getting what we had in the afternoon. I think it's AT&T. I have Visible Wireless, and Visible is the online version for AT&T. It's lower cost. He's enjoying chewing on the new toy. Hey, are you pulling a label off already? He's pulling a leg off. He's trying, at least. He's very destructive with soft toys. Visible is Verizon. I thought it was AT&T. Anyway, it's Visible, so. Had olive stuck in my teeth. Oh, excuse me. It's been a long freaking day. My brother's in North Georgia. When he first moved up there, he taught at Chattanooga Valley High School. You never know. We're just not going to give them anything to troll about. There we go. Nope, still didn't. There we go. Ooh, Maine Coon kittens for adoption. Cool. The manager took one look at me this morning and said, "You need another day." And I said, "Excuse me? You don't look good. Let's get you another day." So she worked out a massive amount of discounts, and so I'm here for one more night. And I'm really grateful for that. Yeah, she's super nice. He's been craving one of these soft toys to chew on for a while now. Yeah, there are some really good people left in the world. AI summary chat. Hold on. It scrolled up right as I went to say it. Chatting about daily life with a mischievous pet and Wi-Fi issues. That sounds like the pet has the Wi-Fi issues. Yeah, nothing to do for it. I don't know. I've got quite a few really great people that come into my lives on a daily basis. So you want me to throw it? There you go. Oh, it landed on the bed. You didn't eat it to the floor. You only gave it a quick shake. Wow, that was a hard landing. Thank you, Carol. I'm just waiting for this food to get done. I've nibbled on other things, but I'm hungry. I didn't have much to eat today. And this I'll eat what I can of it tomorrow morning, and I don't know, I guess toss the rest because I hate getting more than I can eat, but it's got deviled egg in it, so I can eat it for breakfast. I always do. The food is cooking. Every time you come in, T-Bone, I think of my friend from grade school. Tommy Courant. No, I'm not. Thank you very much. Don't put words in my mouth, jerk. Oh, I love the dried seaweed chips. They're super good. It is. He was, oh gosh, he was our baseball star all through school, grade school and high school. I think he went on to play college. And he passed away, I guess, 10 years ago. He had a brain cancer. So I like, I do like freeze-dried fruit, especially those freeze-dried oranges. Oh my God, that was good. I put in for another free sample and got it, so they're coming this week. I can't wait. He's very excited because he has a new toy. He got hamburger in his treat ball. And he had adventure. So, and you're killing my hand with that handstand with the back paws. He's like pushing down on me. Okay, all right. You are getting a little obnoxious with that tonight. He is every night, but it's getting on my nerves faster tonight. Hey, the shoes do not go with you. No. The shoes are mommy's. Just because she takes them off her feet does not mean you get to go take them off. I love the oranges, but I like citrus fruit any way, shape, or form I can get it. It was okay. I got to stay in the hotel room. That made it awesome. They should be in my showcase. You're coming to the source. Oh dear. The source of all the crazy. I tell you what. I just haven't had them on during the live. Actually, no, I take that back. I was wearing one the other day. I had the purple one on with the butterfly. They're sending me something new, and it's a loungewear. It's not quite floor-length pants. They're like clam diggers. They're just above the ankle, and or it should be. And then a long flowy top. So, and it looks almost like the travel knits I used to get from Coldwater Creek years ago. And the color is going to be khaki. I put in for khaki and brick, and I said, you choose. I like both of these colors. They'll look great in the fall. If it's really, really comfortable, and they're around long enough that I have the money one week, I will get the brick color on my own dime, because I like mixing and matching with brick and khaki. They go well together. Yes, that's what I got all the fruit for. So it does. Do I wear a coat? No, because I go from home to car back into home. I don't get out and do a whole lot when it's super cold out. I get one of those like below the, down to the thigh length, loose sweaters that just ties at the waist with a knit tie, and that's pretty much what I wear all winter. If it's super, super cold, I just don't go out. I'm okay. Yeah, coats were great up north. I don't need them down here. It's not cold enough to need it long enough. And you get in the car and you get hot pretty fast, and so why? I want easily sheddable layers if I'm going to wear anything extra. No. I do too. I get way too hot way too fast. And I'm sure if the Mounjaro works the way they want it to and I lose some weight, I might actually finally be cold. But even when I was skinny, when I was in high school, I had that, it was suede leather, and it was lined with lamb's wool, and had the big floofy lamb's wool collar. Michelle, the heat is just worse every year. We can't get acclimated because the heat has just gotten so much worse. I've been taking lower doses, and it's got my A1C getting back into normal range, but now they've upped it to try and kick in weight loss. So far, but global warming is no joke. You're right. And they're talking about how many cases of flesh-eating bacteria people have gotten from swimming in the Gulf. So, that's awesome, Trinity. I don't need to lose 145. I need to lose about 110. Yeah, I am. Fan. I have fans everywhere. I just turned it off because it disturbs the sound on the live. It makes it break up. I think we're done. Yes, we are. It just hadn't popped yet. Yeah, there's very little liquid left. La, 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 la. I don't have as many veggies in here as I usually do. Okay. Let's reach behind and unplug it. Dinner. Because I live a second to third shift way of life, it's the way my body wants to be. Why? Does it bother you that I like to eat at the hour that would normally be 6 o'clock for everybody else in the world? Ramen with beef and peas and some cut up olives, because that's what I have. It just came out of the rice cooker, so it's hotter than Hades right now. Actually, this would be a good time to turn the little fan on. Come on. And aim the... There we go. It's up and I'm behind far enough. I think it's not going to affect the live too much. Well, that's wonderful, Monica. You have a dietitian. I do not. This is basically the first real meal I've had today. So if you don't like it, please scroll by and not kibitz my eating habits. Water. He's sleeping. He has played hard. He's eaten. He's played. He's licked. He played. He licked. He played. He licked. And now he's sleeping. I'll tell you why I'm being short with it, because too many people come in here and say stuff like that just to get me to start screaming. I'm not screaming. I'm just saying, what business is it of yours what I eat and when I eat? It's my life. I normally sleep about half the morning because that's the way my body works. It has my entire life. I didn't get to have breakfast today because I missed it. I didn't have anything really to eat here other than the protein drink and a can of chicken, pre-cooked chicken that comes in the can. So I sat here, drained it, and ate a can of chicken, just so I had something in my stomach that was not chips and crackers and fattening stuff, which I don't have any of that here right now either. But anyway, I had a protein by having the chicken. And this is the first real meal I've had the entire freaking day. So. So I didn't have any vegetables left. Yeah, I've been taking Mounjaro for a little over 2 years now. I started on the 2.5 for about a year, then went to the 5, and I switched to the 7.5 4 weeks ago. So I just took the 4th shot on Saturday. Ramen with beef, peas, and some green olives. Veggies are very important. So, yes, my A1C went from 11 to this last time 7.1. So we're getting it back down. There was a 2.5 month period that I was off the Mounjaro completely because my refrigerator died and I had no way to keep it cooled. And so it went from 6.8 back up to 11. So we're be like 6.4 or something, and I'll be very, very happy. I went from 11 to 8.4 to 7.1. So the next one's probably going to be 6 something, or heaven forbid, if I actually got into the good range of 5 something, she'll be dancing. My doctor will giggle with delight or something. I had a horrible reaction to metformin. That was the first medication she tried me on. I had 3 weeks of just nonstop Montezuma's Revenge. Nice way to put it.
Make me scream, mommy, daddy.
Oh, yes. You're blocked. Thankfully, he only got 1 through. Oh, that's awesome. That metformin was horrible. The Mounjaro is the thing that's really worked the best for me. I know what you meant was WTH or WTC. That's one of the stupid gifts that they can put their own song to, and they make these terrible AI songs for it. I don't think TikTok has caught on to how bad it is. But they send them to poor Howie Mandel. I love him so much. And they come into his live and they'll send like 30 in a row. That it's not just that it's singing something rude, it's singing it loud, it's shouting it. And poor Howie's like, I can't even hear myself think. Yes, exactly, Sean. They chose chaos mode. Without intending it, they chose chaos mode. Exactly. They could have put the song gift up there with set songs from TikTok that would be safe. But they tried to make it creative. Exactly. Florida Gal, it's horribly disruptive. It's not the cursing, Kim. It's the theme of the songs. You don't have to curse to be horribly, disgustingly perverted. And some of those songs fall into that line. And anyway, exactly, gave way too much freedom with it. 100% agree with you on that. This came out actually quite delicious for being so minimal on the vegetables. Now, the ones they've been sending to Howie, they haven't been too, well, a couple of them have, but most of them have just been loud and obnoxious, not perverted. No, they're not suitors. They're just trolls. I think warped is an understatement. Yeah. The food cooled down. Anyway. Yeah, Sean, you're exactly right. It is an app sanctioned harassment, 100%. They will eventually do a creators survey and ask how we like this new feature. And I'm pretty sure 99.999999999% of the people who go live are going to say it is completely messed up. Get rid of it immediately. Exactly. That's the only good thing about it is I got $17 on the last live because that one person sent it like 12 times. I drink continuously, so yeah, I have no problem with drinking all the water. Yeah, I agree. That survey will be a landslide. And I'm already getting full. It used to be I would eat an entire bowl, and I'm pushing it away half done most days now. Yeah, basically. I'm going to put this in the fridge, and I guess I will either eat it tomorrow or I don't know. It tasted great. It's just my appetite is dwindling. Yeah, Terry, I don't do that with him. Too much sodium for one thing in what I just prepared. Ooh, favorite Disney movie. That's really tough. When I was a kid, I would have said Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Wasn't animated, but, well, pieces of it were, but it was a Disney movie. Of the princess movies, I guess Cinderella. Until The Beauty and the Beast came out, and I love the music from that. I put in for we've got in TikTok Shop, we've got blood glucometers, the testing, the meter plus the test strips and stuff. So I put in for several free samples because mine is lost somewhere at the back of my storage, and I haven't been able to monitor my blood sugar for months. And I got approved for 3. So I have 3 coming to me in the next week. Yeah, Little Mermaid was really good too. It had some decent songs. Aladdin had some amazing songs. Exactly. I'm going to have more than one backup. Yeah, exactly. Toy Story was technically Pixar Pictures originally. It was not Disney, which is why I didn't say Toy Story. And I like the musicals better than the non-musicals. Oh, I bet it would be amazing. Oh, well, Mamma Mia was the music of the Bee Gees. Of course it was good. Heimdall. Another dog barked. All right. All right. Enough. Oh, well, Alice in Wonderland, yeah, the original with the Cheshire Cat disappears down to just the grin. I love that. So creepy and so fun. Yeah, Aladdin was really good. I was surprised that I liked the live version movie. I didn't think I would because, Robin Williams gone. But I loved Will Smith as the genie. He did a great job. He definitely paid a decent homage to Robin Williams's character. Everybody does. Robin Williams was special beyond belief. Thank you. Oh, did they? That's so cool. Mrs. Thoughtfather. Hello, my lovelies. Oh my God, Robin Williams was so perfect in that character. But before Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman did one called Tootsie. And he was magnificent too. Yeah. A lot of really, really big comedians have serious mental issues. I mean, Howie Mandel, he's got serious OCD, can't stand to be touched, won't shake hands, he fist bumps. He's germophobic and he has a whole lot of phobias anyway. And yet he is super popular and he's amazing. Yeah, most comics are depressed in some way, shape, or form. Or they have suffered a major crisis incident in life kind of thing. Tootsie was so much fun. You know what was a good movie? It didn't have necessarily a drag queen, or somebody doing drag. Soap Dish with Sally Fields, Kevin Kline, Robert Downey Jr., Whoopi Goldberg, so many other people that I can't think of the name of right now, but all were fairly big name people. Was so good. Yeah, the Heart-Me's dressed up. I'm not too sure that they weren't kind of making fun of me with that Heart-Me because that blonde hair looks very similar. Billy Crystal, I don't think has too much of the mental health issues, but he has the Jewish heritage of, the Holocaust and everything. Cleopatra with Liz Taylor was good. Wasn't a musical though, and my favorites are all musicals. Bells Are Ringing with Judy Holliday and Dean Martin. It had Frank Gorshin and Rob Reiner and a bunch of other very popular people in it. Not Rob Reiner. Oh, what was his name? He was the guy who was on the Dick Van Dyke Show. He was the station manager or whatever. Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan. That was When Harry Met Sally was a great movie. Seven Brides for Seven Brothers and Showboat. Showboat was a bit of a tragedy. I liked Music Man the best of that kind of era of musicals. Oh, and the one with was it Doris Day playing like Annie Oakley? That was a really good one. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Chitty Bang Bang. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Chitty Bang Bang. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That's a good one. Grease. Well, Grease is more modern. Grease was like one of the last really good musicals ever made, in my opinion, until we got to the Disney musicals. But Fiddler on the Roof will always be a favorite. If I were a rich man, yibba dibby 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 dum, all day long I'd biddy biddy bum. Idle deedle diddle diddle man. You know, I've never watched Rent. I should. Mary Poppins, very, very popular. I didn't turn on all the lights. I just sat down and turned the live on. Cooked and turned the live on. "58 minutes. Well, I was on and over an hour and a half when I was at Walmart. So, Annie, the sun'll come out tomorrow. How about Oliver, the original Oliver Twist movie? And Sound of Music. I saw Sound of Music so many times I got sick of it for a while, though. No, I have not been to the theater in years. The last time I went with my friend Richie, and I don't even remember what we saw. That's how bad I was not super impressed by it. Oh, Dick Van Dyke. How about typing in D Van Dyke? It'll probably allow that. The new recliners? Huh? Oh no. Well, just say well, did he do, no, he didn't do Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, did he? Yes, he did. He did Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. He was also in Mary Poppins. He was also in, okay, my brain is not working. I loved his medical TV show where he played the doctor and his son was a detective. His real life son played the detective and his son in the show. That was such a good TV show. And his real life daughter played his real life daughter also in the TV show. No, Eight is Enough was Tom. It was, I think Dick Van Dyke's brother was in Eight is Enough, played the father. Singing in the Rain was Gene Kelly. I don't remember much of Pippi Longstockings. It didn't stick with me the way some others do. Oh, you're right. It was Dick Van Patten in that one. Yes. Dick Van Dyke's brother was the TV show coach. He was the assistant coach. Diagnosis Murder. Yes. Jerry Van Dyke. Exactly. he played a couple of episodes of Diagnosis Murder. He played like the brother-in-law or an uncle or something. He was Jerry Van Dyke had a part role in it. Oh yeah, Mickey Rooney was wonderful. Yeah, Scott Baio was one of the young doctors. It's a Wonderful Life was Jimmy Stewart. I love Jimmy Stewart. He really was a favorite actor of mine. I didn't care whether it was a musical or not. I just liked him. Trying to think of course, Bells Are Ringing is the one that sticks in my head the most. Music Man, the song that Shirley Jones sings towards the end, there was love all around, but I never heard it calling. No, I never heard it at all till there was you. Anyway, yeah, no, they were not related. Or if they were, it was very distant. It was not a mother sister or mother daughter or any of that. They were not related. Yeah, you know who really reminded me a lot of Jimmy Stewart is Zachary Levi, the one who did Shazam, the TV show Chuck. He was the voice of Flynn Rider in Tangled. He had a wonderful Hallmark movie called like Remember Sunday or something. He has a brain injury and he can't remember. He goes to sleep and when he wakes up in the morning, he has to have prompts to keep him going because he doesn't remember anything past the day that the injury happened, the brain tumor ruptured, or aneurysm or whatever. And so he has a pen that he keeps, he talks into so that he'll remember things. And he meets this waitress and he falls for her. And he wants to remember that he's fallen for her, so he keeps giving himself notes. And the pen gets damaged and he loses his notes and he has to start over. And it's so sweet and so sad at points. And I love that one. It was very similar to 50 First Dates with Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler. Fred MacMurray was just such a sweet man. He did a lot of the Disney movies too, like the Shaggy DA. And the one, it's a musical and I love it. It's, oh, come on. He's a professor, but he's kind of, they're a wealthy family. And they're very eccentric, and they have like a pet alligator and all these different things. And his butler is from Ireland, and yeah, the Shaggy DA. What was the one with no. There were a bunch of them done with Kurt Russell. He did a lot of the. I like the original Absent-Minded Professor. The one with Eddie Murphy was good, but not as good for me. And Flubber, Son of Flubber, those were so good. I'm okay. I'm trying to think of. Oh, I need to go to bed. I need to do this juicer video and then I can go to sleep. Fred McMurray, yeah. It was an okay day. I've had better, I've had worse. Let's put it that way. It was an okay day. Oh, that movie, that was hard for me to watch. One Flew Over a Cuckoo's Nest. And I cannot watch The Shining. Jack Nicholson creeps me out beyond all belief. I love him and hate him at the same time. Yeah, I know. Rob Reiner got his start on that show. Anyhow, I think I'm going to let you all go. No, I did not watch The Handmaid's Tale. Oops, wrong way. That way. Hour and 10 minutes. I am not going to make it the hour and a half. I'm exhausted and I still have to do the fruit juice video. So, yes and no. He was like a modern day version of in some ways, but John Ritter was spot on perfect at that kind of pratfall comedy. You have to have really good timing to do that. It was so sad how he died. He had the Widowmaker heart attack. If there had been somebody there with a defibrillator, he might have survived. But I'm not going to Walmart tomorrow. He really was. Robert De Niro is creepy. I've only seen maybe 2 movies that I liked him in. The rest were just too hard for me. It ruined a lot of things for me. I liked clowns until it came out. And now I'm absolutely terrified of clowns. my dad always wore a three-piece suit and a fedora. And we used to tease him and call him the Godfather because he kind of had that swarthy look. And I had a fellow that I was dating stood me up for the prom my senior year in high school. And my dad came in and he'd just come home from work, still had the suit on, still had the fedora on. And he went, "Oh, you want I should bump him?" And then Dad took me out to dinner at my favorite restaurant. So he made up for the ruination of my high school prom. Yeah, well, that's 8 pages of people who want to have their own opinion. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. Linda, that's awesome. I went to prom my sophomore year with Nino, and Nino he was graduating that year, so he went to Boston. He wasn't there for my junior year. So junior year, I went with a friend, and who turned out to be gay later. And senior year, it was a fellow I worked with who didn't go to my school. And I didn't find out until much later he got in trouble and he was arrested the day before the prom, which is why I couldn't get a hold of him. So didn't go to my own prom, but I ended up going to Sarasota High's prom because one of my friends from speech who went to Sarasota High, and he was like class president, class this, class that. He had to go. And he broke up with his girlfriend a month before the prom. So he called me up and said, would you go to prom with me? I got dumped. And I'm like, I would love to, Monty. So he came up and got me and took me down to Sarasota that morning. And I stayed with his best friend's girlfriend at their house on it's St. Armand's Key. It's right off of St. Armand's Circle. Holy smokes. I have never been in that much of a rich person's home before. The front entranceway had a marble pedestal with a gold version of Da Vinci's horse statue right in the front entranceway. You turn and there's the formal living room. It's all done in cream-colored French provincial furniture and a harpsichord. Not a piano, a harpsichord. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Again, French provincial. You turn into the kitchen. It was white and stainless and very upscale, but open to both the living room and the family room, which is on the other side, leading out to the pool. And the family room, the room that you're going to come and go from when you're going out to the pool and hanging out in the backyard or taking the boat out or anything else that you're going to be wet, was white velvet and shag carpeting that was like this thick. And I'm like, why? Why would you do it? Honestly, it was gaudy. And the only room in that entire house I was comfortable in was the girls' room, because it was done in dark browns and bronze, and she had smoked mirrored walls. So it was like a deep brown marbled mirror, and it had like gold leaf running through it. It was beautiful because it was dark and warm and cozy and den-like. I loved her bedroom. Anyway, the rest of the house I could take or leave, other than it was interesting to look at. And the next day after the prom, we went to his family's farm, which was on the other side of Sarasota. His sister raised miniature horses, so I got to play with miniature horses. But the after party after Sarasota High's prom was held there at this girl's house, and not Nino, Monty and I were the first ones to fall asleep. And I was sleeping on her spare bed, and he was asleep on the floor in her bedroom. And someone came in and sprayed shaving cream on his pillow. So he rolled over into the shaving cream. Well, Monty's allergic. This whole side of his face was just bright, beet red, and big bumps and rash and welt. And oh, I felt so bad for him. And I thought that was the cruelest prank they would pull on him. But that was the prom that I declared I would never wear a pair of legs pantyhose ever again. I got what should have been the perfect size for me. I weighed 105 pounds back then, at that point. And I was 5'7". So I've got fairly long legs. And I picked the packaging that said for like 5'4" to 5'9". So I was right in the middle. And it was up to 145 pounds. So it should have fit me beautifully. What it didn't say on the packaging was control top, because it wasn't supposed to be control top. What I got was petite control top pantyhose inside that egg. It was too tight and too short, and I couldn't get them to stay up. They kept sliding down and locking my knees together. And the only bathroom for women in the armory was up a flight of stairs. So these things had slid down, locked my knees together, and I'm wearing a Scarlett O'Hara looking beautiful Gunny Sacks dress with hoop skirts. And I have to go up this flight of stairs with my knees locked together, holding the hoops up, going up with knees locked, and just from the knee below going like this and up the stair. Oh my God. I ripped those pantyhose off, threw them in the trash can. Never again. I will never wear legs again. And I haven't. I never bought legs pantyhose again after that. The putting them in an egg was a novel concept and brilliant. But, jeez Louise, you couldn't see what was in the packaging until you got it home. And they screwed up big time. So, anyhow. He went to Gainesville and got his law degree. Still did speech. He was a coach for it for a lot of years, and judge. The speech was National Forensics League. He was really talented. He was really good at it, which makes him a great lawyer because, a lawyer has to be good, quick on his feet, verbally. I don't think they make legs anymore. I haven't seen them in stores in years, but they were around for quite a while. And I'd worn them before and never had a problem until that fateful prom. We got up to do the opening dance, and Monty and I both were trained ballroom dancers. And you can't do a waltz when your knees are locked together. Oh yeah, legs pantyhose started in the early 70s. I think my first pair was like about 73. I graduated in 78. So yeah, that was their slogan. Nothing beats a great pair of legs. And I loved the commercials for Nair. Who wears short shorts? We wear short shorts. Nair for short shorts. I forget what it was something about no hair for short shorts, Nair for short shorts. Or vice versa. Anyway. I think a lot of us are in kind of the same, if you dare wear short shorts, Nair for short shorts. That's it. Thank you, Cookie's mom. You got it. Okay, Lex P. Have you seen the TV series Lex? You want to talk about some seriously warped and demented people who came up with that show. It was... It's science fiction. I can't remember if it was British or actually Canada that made it. The ship is a living ship. And it's just, it's warped. Just, there's no way to describe it that doesn't include the word warped. One of the characters was technically dead, but he was with the Brunei, and he was like the last not living member of the Brunei. And one girl, she was I forget how it happened. She was originally a fat woman who her husband got angry, and like the Grand Inquisitor or whatever the heck it was, they put her in this thing that was going to convert her and turn her into a sex kitten. Only a predatory creature got in there at the same time and melded with her. So she is basically a sex kitten that would devour her prey, so to speak. It was wildly weird. And they're being chased by, kind of like Firefly, where they're being chased by a government that wants to get rid of them, stop them from revealing some bad thing that they're doing to the universe. And but just where Firefly was fun and interesting and a little strange at times, but fun and interesting for the most part. This one was just, what? Yeah, Queen Bee, start looking now. Don't do what I did. Get yourself on lists wherever you live, so that hopefully by December, when you have to move out, you will have some place to go. And if you can get low income housing, the more the better. It's yeah, they're 3 to 4 years here too. But get on them now, because if you don't, it's going to be even worse. I'm literally between hotel rooms and living in my car, so it's not comfortable. And people keep making comments. Why don't you just get a job? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? I'm sorry, people, you don't live in my body. You don't know what I'm going through physically. I have no home, so I can't leave Heimdall behind. So a lot of jobs are just no-go. And no, I'm not getting rid of the dog that keeps me from wanting to just take a long walk off a short pier. Heimdall's the thing that keeps me going day to day. Yes, I said your name. He just sat up on the bed. Oh. So, pets are family, yes. But in his case, he's also my emotional support animal. He's the thing that keeps me from just giving in to entropy. Without him, I'd curl up in a ball somewhere and wait for the inevitable. Gives me purpose, yes. Gives me a reason to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Some days it's tough, but he's there. Heimdall is the Norse god who guards the Rainbow Bridge. Simple as that. He's like there with his little princely pose. The front paws are crossed, stretched out and crossed. Oh, now he's moving over to my pillow again. He loves to sleep on top of a pillow, as if the bed wasn't soft enough. Yeah, it does. Probably from painting the ceiling. It's a hotel room. It's not my room. I'll put more water in your dish in a bit. He's getting to the bottom, he says. What's really funny is sometimes the text on the screen, as it's rolling up, you just get like where Bugsy's name, the G and the Y will still be visible when it hits a certain point. It'll be right across my lip, and I'm like, oh wait, no, that's the text on the screen. It's not on me. Heimdall. He was seriously thirsty, he said. Well, they do own the place. That's the whole purpose. Bumpy, I don't know what you said. You tried to be kind. I missed it. Oh, yes. Thank you, Bumpy. I hate when it shortens what you said, so I can't see the whole thing. Damn it. Stop doing that. I need a break from the negative. Yes, I do. I really do. I can't take a break from TikTok because it's the one way I'm making money. any kind of money. And I don't mean the dry begging that everybody accuses me of. No, when I go live, I get a small residual income just from being live. And the gifts, when people send gifts, that adds up. So at the end of the week, I get a small, somewhere between 40 and really good weeks, I've gotten $100 or more. That week that somebody sent me that Fire Falcon or whatever it was, the one that got me $160 just for that one gift, that was an amazing week. That was like 3 nights in a hotel room. That was amazing. That was awesome. But this is, and then selling things, doing the TikTok shop. I get free samples. I do a review of the item. And when people buy it, I get a small amount of money for it. So it's keeping me in gas money and a little bit of food money and things like that week to week, besides what I get from disability. Sadly, I can't do Lyft anymore because the car is not good enough. And I can't do DoorDash because getting in and out of the car is difficult on me. But not only that, I can't climb stairs, and about half the people live upstairs. And everybody keeps saying, why don't you do a greeter at Walmart or greeter at McDonald's or something? I can't. What do I do with Heimdall while I'm working? And no, I'm not getting rid of my dog. And would you stop, you silly little thing? He's being a silly Willy. He's scratching the base of the table. Oh, he would love the attention. He really would. But I would not get a job having him in tow. So that would not work. Doing Lyft, he got all the attention. And I would get more tips because people loved, getting loved on. They got puppy therapy. They got a ride in puppy therapy, And I can't afford to buy a new car, so I can't go back to doing Lyft. I've got my name in quite a few of them. I will never live back in Virginia. I can't. I won't put myself anywhere near the ex-husband. I'd like to live. Plain and simple. He threatened me after they put him in jail that if they let him out, he was going to come find me, kill me, and then kill himself so that he wouldn't go back to jail. So, yeah. He is on an ankle bracelet, but yes, he is out. Hey, Jill, how are you doing? Oh, that would be, yeah. He kept saying he wanted to move to the Philippines. I wish they'd take that ankle bracelet off of him, put him on a plane and send him to the Philippines. Couldn't happen to a more horrible person. Anyway. Hey, Jill, how are you? It was 2012 when I got the proof and he went to jail. So, it's been 14 years since he was arrested. In September, 14 years. So he's got another, I think 6 years on the ankle bracelet. and he's in the Richmond area. So I have family that live not far from where he's living. So yep, you're not far. My cousin lives in he's just outside of Dulles and DC area. Susie was living in horse country. She's moved back to Florida. And yeah, 72 miles to Richmond. Hampton is over towards between Williamsburg and the beaches. Who did I know that lived in the Hampton area? Janice Nee was her maiden name. I don't remember her married name, but she lives over there. But I follow the Dolly Museum's page here on TikTok, and the kid I went to high school with is one of the curators there. And he did a video the other day talking about the spider in one of Dolly's paintings. And since Spider-Man is popular right now, so he did a really cool breakdown of this one painting. And I was sitting in my chair going, Peter, because his name is Peter. I was just like so tickled that this friend that I've known since I was 17 when I met him, and he was 15 because he was a freshman when I was a senior. But if you look at the Dolly Museum's website, it's like the most recent or next to the most recent video. He's a sweet guy. Very talented artist himself. So where was this? In Hampton? Or Hampton Roads area? Okay. I did not hear about that. That's cool. That's the kind of thing I would love. Not that I could afford, but I would love. And I just did an hour and 41 minutes. I made it my hour and a half after all. I just haven't seen it yet. I'm sure it'll pop up soon. And I'm going to let y'all go. I need to get this video done for the juicer and then go to bed. So y'all have a lovely night. It was fun talking movies and musicals and stuff with y'all. JP, 90 minutes is the sweet spot for getting the best push for the FYP for your regular videos. It helps with people who are doing TikTok Shop as well as just your regular videos. And if you're monetizing your lives, 90 minutes or longer gets you better money. So it's not